Welcome back to Choose Right, the show where we explore how to love with more clarity, self-awareness, and emotional intelligence. I'm Alex.
And I'm Maya. Today's topic is one I think everyone's encountered, whether in love, friendship, or family: silence. Why do some people go quiet when things get tense? And how do you tell when that silence is emotional maturity and when it's emotional manipulation?
Exactly. Because silence can either protect a relationship or destroy it. We're talking about the difference between emotional withholding, using silence to punish or control and taking space, or what psychologists call a cooling off period.
I was watching a dating show recently, and there was this moment that really stuck with me. A male contestant was reflecting on his past relationships. He said, "When something goes wrong, I freeze. My mind just stops. I don't know what to say, so I do nothing until it's too late."
Right away, the internet split into two camps. One group said, "That's emotional neglect he's stonewalling." The other group said, "Wait, maybe he's just overwhelmed and doesn't want to make things worse."
And honestly, both can be true. Not every silence is cruel. Sometimes people shut down not because they don't care, but because they care too much and don't know how to respond without causing more pain.
Exactly. That's what we want to explore today, how silence can mean two completely different things, depending on the intent behind it.
Let's define them clearly. Emotional withholding is when someone deliberately withholds affection, attention, or communication to punish or control another person. It's not about needing space, it's about power.
Right. It's a form of emotional abuse. The goal is to make the other person anxious, guilty, or desperate for reconnection.
By contrast, cooling off or taking space is an emotion regulation strategy. You recognize that you're too upset to communicate well, so you step back intentionally to calm your body and your mind.
That's the key difference. One creates safety, the other creates fear.
Okay, let's make this really clear. You can actually tell whether someone's taking healthy space or using silence to punish you just by looking at what's behind it, how they do it, how long it lasts, and what happens after.
Yeah. The first thing to notice is why they're doing it, the motivation. When someone says, "I need to cool down so I don't hurt you," that's self-regulation. When someone says nothing but wants you to feel bad, that's control.
Then pay attention to how they do it, the communication part. If they tell you they need space and promise to come back, that's healthy. But if they just vanish or go cold without explanation, that's emotional withholding.
You can also tell by how long it lasts. Cooling off has a natural limit: an hour, a night, and then they return ready to talk. But emotional withholding drags on for days, keeping the other person on edge.
And finally, the outcome says it all. A healthy pause leads to reconnection. Withholding leads to distance and resentment. If the silence builds safety, it's love. If it builds fear, it's power. Now, let's talk about why cooling off is actually essential in healthy relationships. When we argue, our body goes into fight or flight mode, our heart rate spikes, adrenaline floods our system, and our rational brain shuts down.
Exactly. Psychologists call this the window of tolerance. When your emotional arousal goes above that window, you literally can't think clearly. You stop hearing, stop reasoning, and start reacting.
That's when the harsh words come out, the regrets pile up, and both people get hurt. Cooling off allows your nervous system to reset, your heart rate slows, cortisol drops, and your prefrontal cortex, the logic center, turns back on.
In short, it buys your brain back.
People often label cooling off as avoidance, but it's actually emotional intelligence. It takes courage to admit, "Right now, I can't talk constructively. I need a break."
That's self-awareness, not cowardice. It's saying, "I want to stay connected to you, but I need to regulate myself first."
And when both partners understand this, it builds what psychologists call relationship efficacy, the belief that we can handle conflict together. It's that quiet confidence that fights won't destroy the relationship.
It transforms conflict from a threat into an opportunity to realign and grow.
All right, let's get practical. Here's how to use cooling off without it being mistaken for emotional withholding. 1. Talk about it before you need it. When you're calm, agree on how to pause during conflict. What helps each of you cool down? Walking, journaling, showering, breathing? Even come up with a keyword like timeout or pause island. That way, when one person says it, the other knows. It's a reset, not rejection.
2. Watch for warning signs. Your body will tell you when you're past your limit. Racing heartbeat, shallow breath, shaking voice, or the urge to shout or go silent. That's your cue to say, "I'm too triggered to talk right now, let's pause."
3. Set a clear time frame. Give a concrete boundary. I need 45 minutes to calm down, then I'll come back. That way, your partner doesn't feel abandoned. And when time's up, return. If it's still too heated, pause again, but always reconnect.
4. Revisit and repair. After you cool down, talk honestly about what happened. What triggered you? How did you feel? What do you both need next time? Don't skip this step, it turns the pause into growth.
When couples learn to take healthy space, they discover something powerful. Conflict isn't the end of connection, it's the testing ground for it.
Exactly. Emotional withholding says, "I'll hurt you by disappearing." Cooling off says, "I'll protect us by pausing." The action looks the same, the intention changes everything.
So next time you feel overwhelmed and tempted to say, "I'm done," try saying, "I need a minute, but I'll come back."
That one sentence can turn a fight into understanding. It's not avoidance, it's maturity.
Thanks for tuning in to Choose Right. If today's episode helped you rethink silence in your relationship, share it with someone who needs that reminder.
And remember, love doesn't thrive in constant talking. It thrives in mindful pauses.
We'll see you next time.